First and foremost, before going any further, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can know every time that I go live, post another show, and more. For in my 29 winters, I know no greater story than the one getting ready to be told. Yes, it is influenced and inspired by true events, and though it is meant to entertain at times, the most important objective of all is to educate, inform, motivate, inspire, and show the world what prison is really about. And most importantly, to remind people, after all, to stay free.
Move along, inmate OG. Hurry up.
First and foremost, C.O. Brown, in my 29 winters, I've not met one correctional officer more annoying than you. I don't know if it's the tone of your voice or just the way your glasses sit upon your face, if you will.
Ask me if I care. These glasses will be sitting on my nightstand in the free world, unlike yours tonight when I go to sleep. Hurry up and get in the cell. Get your stuff, and we'll be back for you and the rest of the party in a few moments' notice.
As you wish, but just know, our time is coming, whether it be on this side or the other.
I know you're not threatening me.
No, well, of course not. OG has never been known to make threats.
That's what I thought. Now hurry up and step inside. A few moments later, on Correctional State Prison.
Hey, OG, is that you? Pull up to the vent. I'm already here, nephew. It is imperative that you begin preparing at once. They're about to let us all out on the yard. And when I say all, I mean all. What you mean they about to let us all back on the yard? Like all of us? Carlos? Everybody? Yes, nephew. Ready yourself. Immediately. Ready myself with what? I'm in solitary confinement like you are. Tick-tock, little nephew. It sounds like we're about to be reunited sooner than later. Man, this all started over 2 bags of keefe, man. Damn. Want to go home, man. Don't get quiet now, little nephew. Talk to me. The fun is almost about to start.
What's with the look on your face, inmate OG? You get to leave solitary confinement today and go back to your cell. Like nothing even happened.
What's with the look on my face? Man, you about to let us all back out on the yard at the same time. And you and the warden know something's gonna happen. This is crazy, bro. Y'all supposed to keep us safe and out the trouble. Yo, if the public really knew what was going down behind these walls, man.
And yet they'll never know, inmate nephew. You're a prisoner. Somebody that committed crimes, a criminal, just like the rest of these guys. You take from people and worse. And you expect what? The prison to be an easy place? Pack your belongings. Get out on that yard. You know where your cell's at. And if anything does happen to you, so what?
People wonder why monsters come home from prison, man. They thinking rehabilitation going on in places like this, but it could never. Because people like you and the warden in control, man. This whole thing's twisted.
Twisted? Haha. Nah, we're just straightening things up around here. You got 5 minutes to get out on the yard. Tick-tock. Hurry up and step in the cell, inmate nephew. You should be happy to be out the hole and back with your fellow OG.
Man, forget you, man. Never mind him, nephew. Your focus is in the wrong place, and that's exactly what they want in moments like this. I need your attention, if you will.
Yeah, what he said. Let me let you be. Your attention is in the wrong place. 'Cause Carlos and them boys, they're coming after you. And rec yard starts in a few. Tick-tock.
Man, I can't stand dude, man. First and foremost, nephew, you must ease your mind. For in my 29 winters, I have learned that the only one that can bring calm to the storm is he who holds the umbrella. Yo, G, it's good to see you and all. I'm glad to be out the hole. But what are you talking about? They jumped me on the yard already, man. We outnumbered, and the warden and the COs are in on it too, man. There's no wins for us here, bruh. How we gonna make it home, man? Why are you so alarmed in this place? If you see no way out, then surely you have already been defeated. And I need those who are victorious on my side. OG, I'm the only one on your side. That's the point. You're not getting it. We're done. The OG could never be done. For in this moment I shall show you what true influence is, for it is time for me to make a call. Man, you better call a general or something, OG, because we gonna need an army to deal with Carlos and his people, man. It's not a game. They really trying to take us out. Don't worry, nephew. The OG will not let you down. Nor I in this case. For I want my freedom, and more importantly, to be reunited with my dear Martha. I'll be back. Steadfast. A few moments later. Young blood, next time, have my money the store day that you said you would. This thing could have went left. You know what I'm talking about? My bad, Earl. The money hit late on my books. Earl, may I get a moment of your time? What you want, OG? You see me over here conducting business with young blood. I'm trying to put him on to something real quick. Make sure he know the rest of the way to move up in here. It almost went left. Ain't that right, young blood? Matter of fact, get up out here, young blood. And I'm finna let every other Storebox man know not to do business with you. For your own good. Now, what you want, OG? First and foremost, and I swear by my 29 winters, I come in peace, and with proposal, if you will, that can benefit us both. A proposal? We enemies. I should have been took you out, OG. You and I will handle our affairs, but we have a greater opposition at hand. It better make sense. That's all I know. First and foremost, have you not heard that the enemy of my enemy is surely my friend? And you always speaking in codes, and the bottom line is, I got time to do, not time to play. You my enemy, and I should have been took you out, OG. I mean that. In my 29 winters, I've never experienced such a focused intent towards my direction, if you will. And all this for what? You know exactly for what. We was cool before we even came to a place like this. And the biggest mistake of my life that I ever made was to bring Martha around you. Now she coming up to the visitation room to see you. You was supposed to be my dog, but you took my girl. I did not take Martha, for I am not capable. She simply made a decision, a choice, if you will. And I meant no intent or harm towards you. But things happened. Feelings occurred. And even now, I told her not to wait all these years. It is her making the decision to stay around. Tell me, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Once we deal with the greater enemy at hand, you and I will have the opportunity to hash things out once and for all. I promise you. But for now, we must focus on Carlos. You and I definitely gonna have our moment when this is done. But you got my attention with Carlos, because Lord knows I need him up out of here. He took out 2 of my soldiers not too long ago. Well, I'm glad that I have your attention, Earl. Oh, you got my attention for now, but best believe you and I gonna have our moment. You and I will have our chance to meet on the field, at the 50-yard line, if you will. But first, let us clear it of the menial task that is Carlos. That way, our focus can be intent on ending this chapter between you and I for all. Well, hurry up with it then, because you and I is long overdue. But I do need Carlos out the way because he's been nothing more than a thorn on my side. He's been messing up the opportunities that I've had for expansion when it comes to my store box, and he's responsible for taking out 2 of my soldiers. So I ask you, what's the plan? Because he's got us outnumbered. First and foremost, in my 29 winters, it's never been about a plan. It's always been about strategy. Old Carlos will be wanting to get the jump on nephew and I, and will seek to attack first. And when he does, I need you and your people to come from behind. We will keep their attention long enough for you to do what needs to be done. And, of course, we will assist in this matter. Therefore, clearing Carlos and his allies from the field. And you think the guards just gonna let us do what we do and then just walk away? Unfortunately, I am assured that there will be casualties in the battlefield, if you will. But without war, how will there ever be peace? You right, let's do it. But don't you think Carlos gonna be suspicious when they see you and I working together? First and foremost, in my 29 winters, you and I have been at odds every step of the way, and that is precisely the reason Carlos and his henchmen would never suspect that you and I would collaborate. And let us not forget that nephew's emotions are running high, and he will let out a war cry, if you will, for I know he will want to initiate, remembering how he was assaulted on the yard. It's then when the attention is focused his direction, and mine as well, For I will stand with him in the trenches, that you and your soldiers can come and do your thing, even the score, if you will. If not, go up on the board. You do understand that your plan calls for you to trust me and my soldiers, and if we don't step in, you and nephew is gone. 'Cause Carlos and them boys ain't gonna waste no time. I understand that this pathway, this strategy, leaves both nephew and I vulnerable. But I must trust you in this moment. So I ask you, can I? I might be able to take him and Carlos out at the same time. I need to know that you're committed to this plan before they call wreck yard, if you will. Can I trust you for the moment? You got my word. Me and my soldiers will be there. We'll be ready. First and foremost, in my 29 winters, I have been known to be an effective communicator. For I know you and your soldiers will be present. But the question I asked is, can I trust you in this moment? Of course, that's what I was saying. Very well. I'm glad that we could agree at least on one thing. See you soon. Next rec period it is. A few moments later. Orale, carnal, I can't believe they put us right back in the same pod, the same cell on the yard and everything after that went down. Although I needed the break, and being in solitary confinement gave me some peace of mind, I must admit, it's a wonderful blessing to be back out on the yard, especially right before chow time. What you talking about, fool? We just left the chow hall. We got count time in the rec yard. And nonetheless, it's time to eat, carnal. And I'm tired of playing with my food. Next rec break, OG and nephew will be out there trying to save face. It's then we take them out once and for all. And I don't care about the consequences. Don't you think the warden will have the guards patrolling extra heavy on the yard today? Especially with what just went down. Pay attention! The warden let us all out on purpose. For he cannot stand OG any more than I can. He essentially gave us green light. It's hunting season, hermano. Simón ese. Simón. Meanwhile, in the warden's office. Hey, boss, we're getting ready to call rec. You sure it's still a good idea to let all of them out on the rec yard even after what went down? They almost took each other out. Did you just ask me if I think it's a good idea? I think it's a great idea. That's why I made the decision. Because after all, I don't want OG just transferred to another prison. And God forbid if he makes it to his parole board meeting and he gets free. No, I want him gone. And if Carlos and his boys are dumb enough to take him out and do that good deed for me, then so be it. That way, I can serve them all up on a platter at one time. Excuse me. But boss, don't you think it's hot enough around here? They already got us under investigation. Hold on, let me call you back. Let me find out. You're getting nervous. It's starting to heat up around here. At the end of the day, we got to clean up the mess. We made an agreement. And if I go down, you're going down with me. We better not go down. Or what? Matter of fact, you need to stand down before you end up like the last guard that got carted off the yard. What? You still want to say something? You took the money too. And you crossed the line like the rest of us. There's no return. There's no getting back from that. And besides, you're acting like you want to end up in prison with the rest of these animals. 'Cause that's the only place we're going to go. Even if you try to testify, they're not going to give you any type of deal, man. Not for what we've done. Be smarter than what you are right now in this moment. After all, there's a reason I'm the warden. Let me think us out of this. Nobody's talking about testifying. Then stop acting shaky. Get the prisoners on standby for rec. Let's get this over with. This is a direct order. Well, what are you waiting for? I'm on it. All units over. Let's go ahead and get everybody on standby for rec. We'll be starting off with building 4. Building 4. Over.